I got the flow, spitting like I'm shooting from a gun. Hex to the moon, floating in the sky. Not a nine in this bitch, yeah, I know you feel the vibe. Pulsechain, no ship is saying, energy of blade. I'm sipping on a potion, and it's like a dud day. Infinite money glitch, chasing dollar sign, yeah. Pockets full of green, yeah, you know I'm on that grind, yeah. Our layer one is number one, we cannot stop now. A million fans, I can lie, I'm on fire now. Yeah, I can fuck now.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Buy my shitcoin.
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
Peace, love, and many blessings. Nagabo here. Tick tock, motherfucker. Time is running out, Richard Hart. It's now or never time for the post-chain ecosystem.
My favorite thing in the mornings are coffee, sunshine, and Sami videos.
Now, if you're in the mood for some groovy music, I know you are, DJ Cryptomatic had an amazing performance on the booth with Hex and Rap theme, keeping spirits high on Pulsechain. So I know everybody here likes to get high. I love these colors. This is a wonderful set. Look, we even have spinning Hex logos. That is amazing, man. Spinning Hex logos. If you remember, friends, Richard Hart with his spinning watches. Yeah, it's kind of funny. So we even have them here. Check it out. We've got a big set. This is awesome, man. Do you see, friends? We have a vibrant community. Community is the asset, not the code, right? We're all keeping it together, right? You don't have these on other chains.
Yeah, but Richard Hart is mad lit.
So Doe's not lit for Richard Hart?
No, Doe is the LARPer.
Doe or Richard? You're taking one home.
Richard, 100%.
And that's what happens when you're honest. You have the facts on your side. You know, there's a lot of people out there that aren't honest. They say a lot of things that aren't true. They mislead you. A lot of people that launch coins suck, and a lot of coins that launch suck, which is why I don't talk about many coins. Very, very few. I don't like to talk about many coins because so many of them are garbage. But that's life. You know, so many outfits that you could wear suck. So many things you could say suck. You really have to curate. You know, that's why DJs exist. They play music that's good.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
They're laughing at how stupid we are. So let's stop with the doom and gloom for a second here. And let me just kind of bring this back. If you strip away all of the slogans, all the hashtags, the little talking points of the media, what do regular people want? What do regular people, you and your neighbors, even the people that voted differently than you? We want our kids safe. We want a roof that doesn't leak. We want food in the fridge. We want a job that doesn't crush our frickin' soul. And we want some goddamn honesty from the people who claim to represent you, to represent us. And guess what? That guy that you don't like with the bumper sticker down the street, he wants the same thing. The woman with the MAGA hat at the grocery store that you thought was an idiot, she wants the same thing. The mom who is too busy working 3 jobs to even care about politics, she wants the same thing too. But what do they not show you on TV? What is the one thing? It's that you have that much in common with the people who voted different than you. They will never show you that. They show you the screaming protester with the purple hair threatening to burn a bunch of stuff down. They show you this red-faced conspiracy guy spitting at the camera talking about crazy stuff. They show you the absolute fringe because fringe pisses you off. Fringe makes you hateful and angry. Fringe makes you think that the other half of the country has lost its freaking mind. There are absolute real studies on this. There's hard data proving that these algorithms and the media deliberately push exactly what's going to piss you off. Because the more enraged you are, the longer you're going to stay hooked. And they're literally feeding you a diet of enemies instead of neighbors. They're programming you to see the world through some kind of warped carnival funhouse mirror, where these loudest, weird-ass 1% of extremists look like 160 million people, and it's not. It is a lie.
What the heck?
What the heck?
Wait a minute. Isn't this the show that features the 1% extremists? Because that's what I showed up for.
It is a lie, Papa B.
It's a lie.
Are we turning into a political stream?
No.
Yes, Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air.
Why?
I don't
He's
know.
not even funny.
Pressure.
But he choked up and he said, hey, it wasn't me. It was some other guy on this.
No, I really don't want to get into all this again as we did last week. Just this clip totally, it spoke to me, let's say, that just to put a cap on that, it's the division between right and left. And it's really true. If I'm looking at my X feed, I'm seeing all these clips of people in the UK getting arrested because they posted something hateful on social media or Facebook. Exactly.
Yep. We're coming into your home now. We got to confiscate your phone.
It's very understandable. UK doesn't have a what? Constitution. There it is.
It's a monarchy.
It's a third world country, basically, with a lot of money.
The Commonwealth. And
nuclear weapons.
So that's what I'm seeing on my feed. And then you think to yourself, oh my God, the whole world is going to shit now. What happened to free speech? But that's maybe happened to 5 people, and it's not really. So you get all angry and upset about it. And this guy, his name is Chase Hughes. Is that how you... Never heard of him before, but he has like 1 million followers on YouTube, is a #1 best-selling author. Yep. So follow him if you like to hear more on that. But that clip brought it really home to me, because that's...
Well, that with him with his golf course in the background?
No, but that's what the guy with the bumper sticker and he had the music. I could have done without the music in the background, but still, that kind of brought this whole thing home to me. What do you think, Papa B? Isn't that the truth, that everybody gets so wild up, and this Jimmy Kimmel thing totally falls into that story about division?
You know what I think, and you're not going to like to hear what I think, because it's another conspiracy theory. But this one is, we've been, as United States, Europe, everything, we've been made soft for the fucking picking for the last 30 years. Okay, we've been massaged into this whole, lulled into the sense of security, that we're superior, and our loopholes were there for all sorts of stuff to get unraveled, and people that are jealous of our way of life and our freedom of speech and our freedom of movement and our freedom to express ourselves and our freedom to transact, all these things, there's little loopholes that they could just start to pull the thread out of. And they've been doing it for 30 years. And now you're just noticing it after the pot is boiling.
It's boiling heavy.
Yeah. We're all frogs in the pot. And it's just boiling like crazy now.
Pressure cooker.
The question is there any way out of it? And the answer is Hex. No, what I'm saying.
T-shirts.
T-shirts, of course. No, I don't know. What's the answer? I'm sure Peter's got his solution to the problem.
I have many solutions.
Yeah.
Shall we say hi to the chat?
I even try to push my ideas to Richard's to tweets and his all of his what is called threads, and then I get blocked. What the fuck? I have only good ideas, and now I'm blocked.
Well, I have. Wait, hold a second, Peter. Maybe you would get further and not get blocked if you didn't start any of your tirades with "hey" and then the hard R-N word. Don't do that, okay? And then
how are you
I
blocked?
do that only in green room. Okay?
How are you blocked? You're not even on Twitter. How are you blocked? Oh man,
we don't support any bigoted remarks on the show. No racism, no anti-Semitism, no none of that shit.
No.
Just reason with each other and be cool. If you're a Hexican or a Pulsican, be cool to each other. That's the first kind of skin
cool
you
with the
wear.
chart. Be cool with it.
Hold on a second. Invert.
and something inside me makes me want to say to all these UK guys getting arrested, good. Arrest all of these fucked up. You're not so strong now, huh? When the cops are
can you say that
on your door?
Say that same statement, but in a very thick Bavarian accent, please.
No, I can't. No, but that's like, they probably posted some hateful shit, so you're not so tough now. But I appreciate the concern about freedom of speech, of course, and all that. But I find it kind of amusing in a way.
Freedom of speech, to be clear, the First Amendment is about the government encroaching on your freedom to speak out against it.
But only on Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park, not on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
And you have to stand on a ladder. It's the most fun thing. When I lived in London, I went there on Sundays. It's only on Sundays. And on the buildings opposite of that, they have cameras on the roof. Like, the MI5 and MI6. They spying down.
BT has those.
Who is
that network. I helped. By the way, funny fact, I helped to roll out that surveillance network.
Nice.
UK. So there you go. I know a little bit about BT's surveillance network mesh.
Crazy place.
Yeah.
There was one. I remember there was one guy that was in the height of the Iraq War, and there was one Islam preacher. He was standing on this pedestal, and then he had this crowd of people around him, and I stood a bit further back. And then all of a sudden, he noticed me. And then I could really see his eyes, like pointing directly towards me across this crowd of people. And then I noticed, oh shit, I had a T-shirt on that said Brooklyn, New York on the thing.
Oh, so he's like, you're the enemy, or what did he say?
He thought I was like an American tourist, visiting London. And like, he was like, yeah, I went the fuck away from that.
You know what would have outraged
him even
situation. More? You know what would have outraged him even more? If he looked across the crowd and he saw you wearing a T-shirt that said, "What the heck?" Brought to you by our threads, by the way, are brought to us by the Pulsechain-store.com. Or sorry, Pulsican-Store. I got to get it right. Many thanks to Pulsican-Store.com.
Yes, your T-shirt finally arrived.
For giving us our uniforms for What the Hex show.
For What the Hex show.
There's a bug on this side too. Look at that.
Peter still has the OG shirt. I need to send you the new one. I will.
Yes.
I will.
You don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to look like us, which I have no idea why you would ever want to.
Yes. Link is down in the description. You can order
Pulsican-Store.com.
Yes.
They do good work. So help them out, buy a thread or two, and see where it goes. You may it may bring you new friends. Not guaranteed.
That's right. Let's say hi to the chat. We got RH Max first. RH Max, thanks again for the very generous donation last week to the show. He paid for half of our StreamYard fees with that one, so really appreciate
that. But you encouraged Peter to cut the show off prematurely.
Peter was so excited.
Anytime, man. Just type it in the chat and I do it.
Peter hit the EES button last week during
you inflated
TA with
Peter's
Toby.
ego so big with the $25 super chat.
For a
that he thought he
donation big enough, I will.
He went to the pub with that money straight away.
we always swear if you pay us, we will shut up. So that's the way.
That'll work. Yes, that'll work indeed. DJ and Dougie with the Ben Bobs. Got Hex on air in here. Raimono Ray, good to see you. Wookie on the chain. We got a Wookie on the chain. Hans, good evening from Stockholm. You see, Hans is from Sweden. Avalon from Sweden. That's our Scandinavian fam checking it. Scandinavia under pressure too with the Russia. They're sending
People
drones
say that we
now.
suffer from the syndrome that comes from Stockholm.
That's right. Very good.
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah.
They're sending drones, and a Russian fighter jet flew above a German destroyer ship in
What's
the
the
Eastern
punchline to
Sea.
this joke?
That's a true story. Happened today.
Really?
We're on
That's
the
it?
brink of World War III. Oh, please, my bags. Please, my bags already hurting. not another war. Jesus.
As long as J Powell doesn't say that we're in
It's just the
recession,
World
we're
War.
fine.
Come on, what's not?
Finbear in the house. He sent in a trans joke, so I'm not sure. shout out to the
Ixnay on the ands tray.
shout out to the LGBTQ. We love you guys. Academiciated, checking in. Believe in yourself. Paul Sachs, DJ and Hexican again with the. What did he call me last week? A liptard. Now I'm a
Today's a
left-tard.
Yes.
Bro, I'm a hip-hop DJ. We are left
Hex-tard.
by nature. What do you expect?
Ooh,
Sandy B is
what a
here.
comeback.
Yes, we need the 304 shirts. That's exactly right. So, it's a bloodbath out there in these.
Okay, so can we unpack this for a second? Yesterday, there was the all-important liquidation of the leveraged longs in crypto.
That's right.
Okay? So it was $1.6 billion of drawdown yesterday of liquidations.
So what is it today?
Well, it's just a carry on. It only happened like 36 hours ago, right? So what do you want? This is what happens. Remember a couple of cycles ago, we would say we got to have our capitulation candle so that we can start to roar up.
But not
Yes.
second week. What the fuck?
This is what it looks like, isn't it? We need a capitulation candle.
Well, it's definitely a long squeeze. Apparently, $1 billion worth of long options were put in by some
1.6 billion.
crazy. And
Yeah.
here, this is from today, is a few hours ago, another 226 million wiped out in just an hour. So definitely the market doing market things. But I have a theory. Well, Hexicans have their theory on that, that the bridge was offline for 2 weeks. And now the bridge is back. And in the next 24 hours, people run for the doors.
It was semi not working, so
Yeah, the front end.
The front end
finally,
wasn't working.
after 2 weeks of pressure, Richard
Yes.
fixed it with a wrench.
He fixed it. He said,
Yes.
let's go.
But
New.
he had a crash out before, so
He got
New
under the
user
jalopy
interface.
with the spanner and he was cranking and cursing and he said, fine, now it's done. Oil leak my ass. It's okay now.
It's okay. But bad news is, Mr. Ron Paul from the Fed.
No,
He
this is not
just-
Ron Paul. This is Jay
Jerome
Powell.
Oh, Joe Powell. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Mr. Powell, exactly. Fed rate cut in danger. Danger,
Yeah.
danger.
sounds like bullshit.
Well, this could be a bit fud. Could be a theory, though, because apparently he came on the mic today at some stage and mentioned
Came on
that
the mic?
the jobless data is worse than expected and hinted that the US could be in a recession, like officially in a recession
which is
For
defined as
what is
quarters
recession
of-
when the
three-quarters
GDP
of
growth
contraction.
is less than input versus output, something like that.
It-
I'm a
whatever it
DJ,
is, it's
man.
bad for us. Okay, I get it.
Papa B, if you don't know it, just ask ChatGPT. Okay.
Okay.
Don't ask us. Don't bother us with this shit.
Hey Google, what's a recession?
What's the domestic growth? Isn't shit, right? That's when you're in a recession.
It's
When
negative.
inflation
negative.
is
The
higher
question is
than.
the term. The question is the term. Is it 2? Is it 3, 4? How many consecutive quarters does it have to be in contraction before they say recession? That's the question.
Yeah, true.
And I don't think it's 2. I think it's got to be like at least 3 or something like that.
3/4.
If anybody in the chat knows anything about economics, we obviously never went to school to study such a thing.
No.
And that's why we like Hex.
Mr. Lefty's House of Crypto Arts checking in with DJ for Pulsechain. That's right. So, yeah, nobody
log.
knows in the chat either. Yes, Hyde Park Corner. You can say anything exactly, but you
Except
have to,
you can't say
you
Richard
have to
Hart was
stand
right.
on a ladder. So yeah, but this is a concern. Like if let's say the U.S. was to go into full-blown recession mode,
Yes.
and they just started to lower the interest rates,
Yes.
and they promised 2 more lowerations of that, and then a recession could cross that plan and maybe prevent that from happening, which isn't good for the money printer going brah, which is what we need.
Isn't it questionable though that
It's such a
he's-
great show today.
no, no. Look, this is why we have the show. So, our community traditionally laughs our way through the red candles, and we succeed.
Yeah.
So all we do is sweat through the bad times with you guys is on this show, and our tears, if they show up on the screen, then it's only because we're laughing so hard. Please take it as such. These are serious things, but what I find very interesting is that he's flip-flopped, to use a German expression, 1 week after he's cut rates. So what changed in that much time that the data shows? Whoopsie!
Yeah, the job and the job data.
But
You
I
know,
thought the
you
job
see here-
data was so the new job data that is now pre-adjusted comes in and he says, "Oh, we got a problem."
I don't know. There is an article here on Block News. You can read all about it.
I don't read. Nobody reads anymore. Come on.
You know, poly market is on the case, but the markets are reacting. You know, gold is moving, even oil is pumping. The Saudis are going, yeah,
Oil's pumping, get it? Yeah.
And but the what is this? The Dow Jones definitely correcting today. And marking a bearish cross on the MACD, the S&P 500 even worse.
Oh my god, 0.5%. What?
World is coming to an end.
But definitely moving towards the mid-Bollinger. Well, it's crossed below the mid-Bollinger band, so it should meet the lower band around here. So this could go a bit more. RSI still not, you know, overbought. So this could correct a little bit further. And Bitcoin now totally correlated to what's happening in Wall Street. Printed a giant red candle today. Bitcoin actually is already oversold. And
And then
Ethereum follows suit.
Yeah. And we
Follows
are
suit.
tightly correlated to Ethereum if there's no manipulation done, right?
That's right.
Are we?
So
Yes.
curious to see what Toby has to say for his channel.
We'll find out. We'll find out when
We'll
he
find
when
out in a minute. Toby was at the Spaces. I was actually thinking we didn't get any viewers today because the Spaces are currently going on with Crypto Empress.
Still going on?
Let me check. Yes, still going on.
Oh my gosh.
They have 300 people. We have 30. So
Well,
it's not too bad.
Quality, not quantity.
Yes,
and
we have another 28
yeah,
in
and Toby
on
plugged it.
YouTube.
Toby plugged us on the show.
He did. He big promo.
and of course, the woman that was hosting said, "I'm gonna go see that high stakes movie. I'm gonna watch."
Yeah, not what the heck show.
The
with
Hex,
the lip tarts.
Yeah, exactly. She may have not gotten the right title correctly, and then Toby couldn't help himself. He's promoting highest of stakes movie and his amazing video Hexico, which is bound to convert any the staunchest freaking critic will watch.
It
the
has
Hexico
Johnny
video.
Chaos in it.
Yeah, Johnny Chaos, you guys,
with the hair
It's like-
clipper.
Yeah. He's dropping names on this stream like everyone's supposed to know our big players. He's like, and then Johnny Chaos said, "Oh no, Toby, please."
But great space though, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to get introduced to Crypto Empress's community, which is a lot of successful business women in crypto. We need more women, you guys.
Well,
because this is clearly not working as it is.
Are you questioning the tablets? That's heresy. You should be burnt at the stake, DJ.
I have one.
At the 5555 stake.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's actually more on the tablet front. Yeah.
What?
Look here.
What's the price of the tablet?
Yeah.
It's 80 cents.
There was Gabriel Hanks, and now people are sending him other shit.
2 more packages from Crypto Twitter. 1 is a Pulse-Store merch, and 2 is this mysterious letter. Let's see what's in the bag.
What's in the bag?
It is, of course, a Pulse T-shirt, which, do I need another fucking T-shirt? No! Don't send me fucking Pulse T-shirts, okay? It's a fucking scam! Oak Ridge! Alright, thank you for the T-shirt about Oak Ridge. And now, for the most mysterious, unmarked letter with no name, no return address. Is it anthrax? I certainly hope not. It's literally a hex coins. Okay.
He's laughing himself.
Hex is a scam! It's going to the moon! Send it, Richard! I hope you buy another Lamborghini! 2 more packages!
Okay. That's
this guy
great.
is crazy.
I encourage everyone to keep sending him merch.
Keep sending him shit. He made his address public, so anybody can send him everything.
That's a bold move to
Yeah.
get some free shit. Do you guys remember that time when someone sent Eric Wall a bag of manure?
Shit?
Or was it shit? I don't know.
Yeah.
Bag of shit. Yeah, Peter McCormick.
Or McCormick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sent him a bag of dung horse manure.
Bring back those days, man. We were
Brilliant.
rad back then. Come on, let's send people shit.
No, YouTube, we don't support that.
We had a nice.
condone it, but we do enjoy it.
Love it. We had a nice shout out here from RH Max.
Yes, friend
That's
of the
actually-
show, friend of a
that's
friend, friend of
actually-
in real life. My God, he's my friend.
Yeah, it's actually true. Like, where's everybody? Like, there are literally these 3 shows running on the regular. You know, like, well, he missed out on the Australians there too. You know,
Yes, our sister show.
That would be a 4th one, the happy hour. But Cabana is down to once a month. Hexo and Coffee. Well, Coffee is busy working at the warehouse, sending out the tablets. So he's
Really?
putting
He's one of those.
He's volunteering, yes, driving the van. So
Good.
shout out to that. But he put the streaming on the back burner a little bit. Discourse
He'll be doing
Syndicate,
that
I
until-
don't know.
Talk about volunteers.
Yes.
Isn't there a clip of Richard slamming that idea?
What?
Of volunteering? No.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen it?
No, he asked people to help.
No. Like some time ago, he's like bitching about some ICO that they raised billions and they do some. They're looking for volunteers and stuff. and he's criticizing this, and now he's doing it.
It's called change of worldview.
I guess so. You know.
Don't. You know what? Don't.
When the SEC and what's called.
There's so many legitimate reasons to
after
make
you,
fun of
you
Richard.
change
Why
your
would
word
you
with.
make up
That's
stuff?
right.
Oh, Sandy B's got a good one.
In his Dracula voice. Yeah. Well, RG3 is looking for streamers, so you know.
There you go.
The world
Enjoy.
is your oyster. But shout out to the Tuesday Night Live Wire. That's Crispy Man and Fast Abdul, who's usually here for the tech, but he's hosting today with Crypto Empress. Very educational show. They always feature all the new projects, new tokens, new stuff that's happening, new protocols on Pulsechain. Creed of Crypto is on Wednesdays, very much nighttime for the Europeans. Very educational, very serious, good analysis and charts and TA on Pulsechain and the core RH tokens. And then there's What the Hex on Thursday, which is not at all serious. And
don't
not
forget,
very
don't forget
analytical.
Saint Wolf
No
as well.
views. No views. No viewers.
Also gets no views.
Hey, don't forget Saint Wolf, who was a guest on our show not too many weeks ago.
Saint Wolf. But he's streaming, like, he doesn't have a regular day. He's streaming like 2-3 times a week. So definitely putting in the work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so very nice to be recognized here by RH Max. We love that. So
RH Max, thank you.
smash the likes, follow up. We got 60 people watching right now. Rumor has it 50% of all the people watching are not following the channels. How can we pump your guys' bags when you're not helping us with the numbers?
No expectation of us pumping you guys' bags, by the way. But yes, please follow because DJ
Please
gets
follow.
a smile, and
Yes.
every time you click the follow, Peter gets his wings.
Also on Spotify. We're also on Spotify for the audio-only version. There
I see
may
what
be
you
a
did there.
future where we stop this shit here, but keep going on Spotify. So
Because-
you might want to follow up.
Because people will forget what we look like.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Sami gave me a promo this week. Jesus
He loves you.
Christ. Yeah.
Tommy's got a bromance
Why?
going on with DJ.
Why?
I don't know.
Because Sami made me his head honcho community moderator for his YouTube channel because I noticed that his channel got totally pestered by the XI bots and WhatsApp scammers, same as Richard Hart and Crypto Coffee. And since I'm doing the cleanup, I'm the cleanup guy for Richard and for Coffee and Hex and all these people. So I asked if he needs some help with that, and he was yearning for some help with that. And now we cleaned up his channel. Took the last 4 days to get that done, and we deleted out 35,000 spam comments under his 5,555 videos. And it's very funny, like, because he's putting out 4 or 5 a day, and as soon as he puts out a new one, they're coming back. So it's a game of whack-a-mole, but now at least we have a chance to stay on top of it, and because we don't want people clicking this stuff and get rinsed, basically. So it's
Did we get any of that in our show?
no,
Do you
we're not that we're not that popular.
You're not that popular.
No, we don't get that.
Oh, okay.
But Richard, like, if Richard puts out a new video, he has instantly like 500 of these spam comments on it because people are fishing for the popular channel, fishing for people. So yeah, I'm helping Sami with that, and he's very grateful and gave us some good promo and shout outs, and I'm happy to do that. Happy to support the big YouTubers that we have. It's funny that, you know, as soon as Richard Hart will come back to live streaming, guess who has the wrench?
You do.
It's me, Hexo, and Hex Kong. That's it.
Wow.
So come get me with some P-Dye shilling and Atropa stuff in his channel.
Nice.
No, it's all love, but that will be funny if he would actually come back to do a live show and then nobody besides
Do you
us
think he
has a
will?
wrench. I hope so. That was always fun. And these were tough to moderate. Jesus Christ, because the chat is flowing like this.
Can you slow it down at half speed, or how do you moderate?
You
There's
have
a
to be
slow
quick.
mode or something, right?
You have to be quick. And sometimes he would only read out the messages that the moderators deleted. Like he would exactly go for these because he was triggered by the haters. Those were the best of days.
You mean Richard streaming?
Richard streaming.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Tell
God.
the kids today that there was a time when
No.
Richard Hart would stream live and we could heckle him real time and he reacted to us. Hilarious. They would not believe you. They would not, those kids would not believe you.
What do you guys think? Isn't it time to do something like to be a leader or a founder, or act like a leader or a founder? Or
What's
something
your
like
theory,
that?
Peter? Why? Of course, it's time. Why, like Nagabo said in the intro, it's TikTok, motherfucker.
TikTok.
Why is he not doing that? Because clearly he would also understand that it's the time, but he can't. Obviously, why is that? Is it Interpol? Is it the haters?
Why would he? He does the first stream. Everybody just slams in the chat. Everybody would be mad. The price down.
The complainers, the trolls.
Wouldn't he rather
Probably.
come back with green candles days and say the floor is
He
lava?
was.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was
Is
a
he
green
pulling a
candle streamer.
Satoshi? Is he
No.
pulling a Satoshi?
No, he's
No.
tweeting. He's tweeting all week. Are you butthurt? Comment here, please, so I can block you.
Did you see all those beautiful comments? Did you see all the people that said, I'm not complaining, sir, but
I mean, let's be honest. Some shit has to be done. I mean, like, bridge was off for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like, that's critical infrastructure.
bridge front end.
Why are you sending out tablets if you can onboard people? Like,
Yeah, but is that his fault when they are changing the wallet connect thing in the background and he has to then update the whole thing?
well,
how
someone
people can
has to.
collect?
Someone has to,
Well,
right?
it took a week or two, didn't it? And then now it's there. So,
Thank God, right?
like Trump, he's not broadcasting his strategic moves. He just puts it out when it's ready.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
He's
Are
sending
you
the
not
army, but
entertained,
I'm not
Peter?
telling you that I'm sending the army.
It's all part of the plan, guys.
5D chess. Papa B, why is he not streaming? What do you think?
I think that as a fellow narcissist, I can empathize that he wants to desperately, but he must be advised not to. Maybe if you want to obfuscate your location and keep people wondering while things get negotiated out, and I'm positive that they are, to get this whole Interpol thing done away with.
Right.
Then you're probably given very good legal advice of keep your mouth shut in terms of being able for people to triangulate your whereabouts while we, your attorneys, make sure all this goes away. And that's it. That's the only reason. I can't imagine why he would not love to come in and tell all the haters that they're dum-dums.
Is it the reason
And
to
all
not give
those-
us limit orders? Really?
Yes,
really?
many I told you so.
Really?
Yeah, but hold on a second.
Moments.
Matcha.xyz has limit orders for EHEX, and isn't that all that you care about, Peter?
9mm has them too.
Actually, no.
9mm has them too. And a couple
But there's
others
always
tried
Something non-third
middleman
party,
risk.
please.
There's third-party risk
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
Third-party risk is a real deal. There was
It
one.
is.
There was one that Toby and I were playing with a while ago during the doldrums of the bear market. We said, hey, we could parlay like 10 hex into 50.
Huh?
Let's go. What we learned was limit orders in some of these systems. I'm not going to name any names, but their code is questionable. Like For example, your order wasn't filled,
right? But as a
yeah,
sign,
order wasn't filled, and it doesn't come back to your
progress,
wallet.
No, step by step.
But Peter, what you're asking for is limit orders on PulseX.
Yes.
Yes, and I guarantee I 99.999% am sure that switch is grayed out somewhere in the background. It already exists.
It was there on testnet.
Yes, it was on testnet.
Yeah, I mean, testnet has better functionality than mainnet for how many years?
That's why I'm testnet rich.
I would like to say good things. I would just fuck. I want to say good things, but how can I when the obvious reality is just
just close, but not there.
Just
look, don't doubt that there is a plan. Okay, that's all I'm asking you.
That's
regardless
also
of how painful it is and frustrating it is. There's a plan. There's a plan.
what Angry Salad Man is saying. Hey guys, catching us live. He's usually replay gang, so catching us live. Good to have you with us. And he says there are two reasons for the current state of Pulsechain: RH is a scammer, or it's strategic. Exactly.
Yep.
It is.
We're all in the strategic camp. Whether Peter wants to believe it or not, he's in the strategic camp as well.
Meanwhile, in the port of Long Beach, California, we have a bit of a situation with the next tablet shipment.
No.
It's sunk. Holy fuck!
Oh, it's going on the stacks!
Whoa!
Oh no, our tablet.
Oh no, our tablet.
Crypto coffee. Start fishing.
Crypto coffee is paddling the containers back to shore.
Okay. Enough of the jokes. That was not our shipment.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it wasn't.
It was not our shipment. What do you mean our shipment? If you call it our shipment, you're a true believer. So let's say our shipment. Yes. Our shipment of tablets.
In nerd news, did you know that at the last Gamescom convention, which happened in Germany, they're bringing out a mini version of the Vectrex?
I had one.
You had an original?
I had an original.
Vectrex.
Yes.
Damn. With
I sold it for like.
You
sold it. I had all the. It had so many bugs. I had the light pen. I had the freaking.
That's
the best
blasphemy.
The best games were like, man,
Asteroids.
Asteroids was excellent on the Vector because that's a Vector game originally, right?
Yes.
So it was like
it here on the right. It's the OG.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah. I had the big one.
The big one, yeah. And now they're bringing out a mini version of that. I got to get my hands on one of these. I'm such a collector, so the Vectrex Mini is coming, you guys.
Yes, the gameplay was excellent on that system, man. I'm telling you.
Speaking of Hexico, we get there fast and then we take it slow.
Cracking the coffee. Trying to stand there. You know what? I was the guy known for like the wrecked mic. I know that I was the guy with the what?
You're overexposed in the video.
Yeah, no shit. I'm getting ready to say something about it, Papa. What the fuck?
Okay, come on now.
The sunlight.
We thought you don't.
I was getting ready to tell you that forever I was known as the guy with the wrecked mic.
Yeah.
We can do this all day.
The sunshine.
I used to be the guy with the wrecked mic. Now I'm the guy that can't figure out a fucking aperture setting on my computer. I don't know what's going on. I turn on lights. I turn off lights. I turn on the auto dimming. Turn the thing. Hey,
this is better.
Now I'm good. Now wait. Now give it a minute. It'll get all freaking like I'm on the face of the sun again. I did nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I swear to God, this lighting is just trying to murder me. I don't get it.
We got special effects. That's
You know why? Ladies and gentlemen, the seller of the 4 squares that you see here, the brightest one will be the one that sold the most in the last 2 days.
Dude, I wish. If I could get across that bridge and get the fuck out of here, I would.
Toby, good job on the
So-
spaces with Crypto Empress.
Yeah,
What-
that was cool, man. That was
well,
fun.
I didn't know you
was-
were over 50. I don't know why you had to mention that
Yeah,
3 times.
I mean,
it's not what we talk about.
Well, I wanted to. I mean,
keep that on the low.
beautiful avatar. That avatar I use is quite youthful. So I wanted people to understand that might be listening. There's some older guys out there that are into this shit, and we're here, and we are represented, and we're over here with our other 9 followers.
Yes,
talking to each other every Thursday on What the Hex.
27 actually.
Yeah, but Toby, the way that you introduced
Hey,
your age,
I
the way that you
tripled our
introduced
I
your
tripled our
age-
count. I tripled our
Toby,
count.
the way that you introduced your age was a little bit too much detail. I mean, you get on,
Yeah.
you say,
I-
"Hey, I'm over
okay.
50.
Nah.
My
I had
tongue
to
is
mention
swollen.
3
I get up
times.
in the
Time
night,
out. Okay,
time
here's
to
the
pee
thing.
twice before I
Here's the
sleep,
thing.
and
Until
then
the
have to
wee
sleep.
until the wee morning of the hours, my fiance and I were playing a video game, an online video game with Papa. She bounced. I told him, I'm like, I have to go to bed. I have a long day tomorrow. I got stuff I got to do. That bitch kept me on there for 2 more hours. I'm like, bro, I have things I got to do.
It's not true.
And
It's not true.
It's true.
Toby
It's
never bought
true.
me a PlayStation 5 and got me addicted to a video game. never happened.
It's true.
No, but
It's
I think
true.
you did a great job, representing for us, for Hex and for Pulsechain. Fantastic. Well, how was the vibe? What is your take on that? On that
Dude, she's
space?
super
Because
positive.
it's a big deal, right? This this
Crypto
woman.
Empress is very positive. She keeps it very, very,
professional, too.
education based,
Yeah.
very professional. She doesn't suffer the negativity well, and she does a good job. I've noticed of squashing it quickly. So I don't know if she's got good moderators that are just like quick on the mute button, or if it's just the way that she talks to people. It's like an aggressive dog that just starts whimpering because of the way that she handles them. I don't know. But she does a good job of keeping her spaces civil and educational and forward-facing. And, I was honored to be a part of it. I mean, she's got over 100,000, 120, 130,000 followers or something.
Yeah.
She's got a growing platform, has a lot of people that pay attention to what she's trying to do over there. So I thought it was a great opportunity. Fast Abdul's doing it with her, I guess, every Monday. So that's good on him, man, for being out there grinding. There's so many guys in the space that are, and girls, Tam, so many others that are just out there. We're getting older. We're slowing down. We did our part. 5, 6
we paid our
years ago.
dues, man. Let these youngins
Let us rest,
take
man.
the
I need a
lead.
nap. I need a nap.
Yes.
So,
An identity
anyhow.
block had to shit on it, of course, but
Who?
then
What?
identity
Who?
block.
Dude, I
but
blocked that
Fast
bro.
Abdul was very quick to shut him down with saying, "Hey,
Wait a
we're
minute,
trying,
did he show
we're
us-
trying to
did
do
he
some
show his-
marketing here."
his
Yeah,
fat
don't even
face
mention-
on that
yeah,
program?
just-
I
No,
didn't
not
hear
on that space, but in the comments. So
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck that.
What's the old thing Richard taught us? Ghost the trolls. I don't even
Exactly.
I try not, and I tell Pop all the time. Like he'll call me kvetching about something. I'll be like, "Wait, is this Peter?" With the kvetching? And I'm like, "Oh no, it's Papa. Sorry." And so Papa's kvetching, and I'm like, "Bro, why are you stepping on nails? If you go do this thing, you're gonna be upset and just like rattle like a frickin' a tuning fork that got smashed with a sledgehammer for the next hour and a half, and then I'm gonna have to listen to it. So this is a win-win, Papa. Don't step on the nails." So same kind of crap. I don't even mention those people because they add such like no value. They had no value. God bless them. Do what you got to do with, take your meds, see your therapist, whatever you need to do to keep your life on track.
Speaking of no value, let's see the charts.
No, I have two. Hold on. Hold on. I have two
Yes.
more topics for Toby before we go to the charts.
I would love it.
One being
I'm highly
Indikin.
Yeah.
Hold on here, because you might have some inside details that you can share on their launch. Is that because we had Tom Peter Gillespie on, and they want to launch that platform for independent movie makers, but on
Dude,
Pulsechain, indie
it's
flicks.
really cool. And I know, there's people like, "Oh, you're shilling it." It's like, you're not a Richard Maximus anymore. It's like, okay, here's the deal. You know what? These guys are building something on Pulsechain. It's not a fucking meme token. It's not a gambling site. It's not a rug pull nonsense. If you pay attention, go to Indikin.com. You can read their white paper and see what their vision and their path forward is. They just recently launched Indikin.online, which is effectively like a decentralized Netflix. In a nutshell, that's kind of what I would
call it
classify
indie
as.
flicks.
Indie flicks, yeah. So basically, it's so they have not only are they have a bunch of content available for streaming for a annual subscription, just like you would with Netflix or any of the other streaming services. They'll be continuing to pump out new content every month. And then they have pay-per-view stuff as well. So what's interesting about their distribution layer, I think it was in that little thread there, was the individual filmmakers have their own tokens. And then Indikin, the project itself, has its token. And those have been out for a little while. The liquidity is pretty thin, granted. It's going to grow over time. I don't see this being like 10,000x type of coins. But imagine, if you will, there was a Martin Scorsese coin when he did his first movie. And you thought, hey, I want to be a part of what he's got going on. I think this guy's a genius. And you bought a little Martin Scorsese coin. And then he goes absolutely apeshit. Not only does his token go apeshit, but he ends up being able to make money from liquidity providing or from other outside forces paying attention to him and coming in as producers that aren't even crypto related. They're just financing his next project because they believe in the guy. And then they're like, well, wait a minute, what movie house does he work for? And he's like, oh, he's part of Indikin. Boom, then all of a sudden, like the whole stable of filmmakers gets elevated. So that's kind of the idea with their liquidity web as far as that works. So I think the tokenomics are pretty freaking slick. This is definitely not, a meme play where you're going to want to get in and like get out. I mean, I think this is a long-term hold. They asked me a long time ago. I've been a fan of Tom's forever. We've had him on the show a couple of times. I know Papa and DJ, you guys were fans of his work, and we've stayed in touch over the years. And then, I was kind of a little bit checking out BitJoinery, and I think I might have signed up for that at one point. And then, he had a Telegram group, and he was doing R&D for like 2 or 3 years to try to get this thing together because he really wanted to understand how to do a decentralized streaming service, which is a daunting task, right? Because how would Netflix run if all of the different filmmakers had control of which direction the platform was going? So eventually it's going to get there. Right now, kind of like with Richard's stuff, it's somewhat centralized, right? It's like there's 5 of them. There's Tom, and there's like the other film creators, 5 or 6 of them. And those are the ones that are kind of like, you could equate it to like a board of directors, right? So they're working together to kind of, vet new filmmakers coming in, because there's probably some content that's not really worthy, and it's not a free speech thing. It's just, quality, right? And they're focused primarily initially on documentaries. So as it branches off, maybe as it gets, because the whole idea with Indikin, it's like kinship, like family. So, the numbers of like, you get to a certain number of friends on social media, you can't possibly keep track of that many people,
well, it's
right?
Documentaries, but some of the stuff is also very artsy-fartsy a bit. You have to.
Yeah, like art film stuff, right? Yeah, a little bit, and I like some of it. Some of it doesn't vibe for me. It's kind of like music, DJ. It's like there's some music that other people will be like, "What, man? That's got a weird. I don't like that. That's got a weird vibe."
Yeah.
But there's other stuff that people are totally grooving to, and then other people don't get. So it's the same thing with film, and anything artsy, can be moving or it can be fartsy.
Exactly.
Okay.
We don't want to show. Don't want to show the token.
No, Papa, we're not moving on.
That's
not
this is
not a 10-minute.
No, this is not what we do here. But it's
you
real world.
You can pull the plug on me if you want, and I'll send the charts to DJ for next week.
No, but it's real
I think
world
this is important. This is really important.
That's
and
what matters here.
Yes, it's about adoption, and this is something I think that's unique insofar as being something that truly brings people to the chain, and how. Is that they have a payment of PayPal or credit card, or you can pay with crypto. So they're in talks with OX Coast about having them listed as an on-ramp for people to get directly into Pulsechain if they want to pay with crypto. And
that's
all
Papa's
of the
question too.
maybe eventually, I don't know. I'm not, I'm just a free consultant. I'm not getting paid. I just believe in what they're trying to do. I may or may not have purchased some, but that's, not financial advice. It's a long-term play if I have, right? So, but the thing is what's interesting to me about it is that it gives people an opportunity to participate in this ecosystem, and then even if they don't pay with crypto initially, they are being exposed to a network that runs, that has an underpinning of crypto connection, right? Because the individual filmmakers have their token, Indikin itself has its token. So it'll get people thinking. If they're already in crypto, it'll be easy. You can pay. You get a unique address to send to. You send it to them, and then you get access to the website for a year to stream all the content you'd like. And then also, if OX Coast or Internet Money or whoever gets on there as a payment processor, then people can do it immediately, right? They can go ahead and get directly into Pulsechain as a Pulsican and be participating and pay with crypto. So I think that these are unique things. And all of those filmmaker tokens and Indikin tokens itself is launched where? on Pulsechain. So
Yes, sir.
it's definitely Pulsechain centric. I think they're doing something very unique. I mean, how many times have you heard me talk about any other project, right? Besides RH token stuff. I've been, complimentary to some, but I don't, as far as actually like really getting on my stump about it. Do your own research. Well, B9, but I mean that was a big mistake.
B9,
we
yeah,
can
it was a big,
big. Like that ended up being.
There were others. I'm not going to bring them
All
up.
right, Indikin.com. Check them out. And secondly, what is the TLDR to this? Tirade of yours here.
There is a TLDR, and it's also long. If you scroll to the bottom.
What's the message, Toby? Are you capitulating here like the rest of the community?
No, the majority, because here's the thing. Not only, and this is back to my tuning fork thing I mentioned before, it's like crying babies in a frickin' nursery. You get one baby that starts crying, and the next thing you know, all the fucking babies are crying. Tuning fork. You get a room full of tuning forks, you hit one with a little hammer, that vibration scatters through all of them. It's scientific. Same shit's happening on socials. It even rattled Richard. He's the top of the fucking food chain, and that guy's rattled, He was obviously triggered by shit that was being said online by either just straight up trolls, people that are frustrated and lashing out, people or Peter, especially, and then, and Richard is a human being, right? So he got a little triggered and he reacted in maybe not the kindest way possible. But what happened 2 days later? Hey guys, bridge is fixed. Now, he could have not been passive-aggressive about it.
It's deeper than that. The types of complaints are indicative of a moral, and there's a code vacuum right now. No, there's a code vacuum right now, meaning we don't have an outspoken guy to tell us weekly that we're retards and we should or shouldn't do something. And that would be refreshing.
I have to do it. God damn it.
You what?
Well, I have to do it.
You have to do it. Peter has to fill in the gap.
But there he's calling us retards again.
Well, but here's the thing, but he's not. He is and he isn't. Here's the thing that and if you look actually even at this post, look at the one with the most likes. Like if you sort by most likes, I'm pretty sure I'm at the top. And the thing is that what Richard doesn't understand is Sami got me beat. No, are you sorted by most likes? Are you sorted by most likes?
Coffee.
No, you're not sorted by most likes. They're jumping all over the place. Sort the comments by most likes. That's not it. Oh, whatever, dude. Fucking boomers. All right. No, that's not the reply. Go to the top and sort the replies by most liked.
How?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop,
Just forget
guys?
it.
Come on.
You don't know how to do things. All right. So
mute this conversation.
Yeah, there you go. Just delete me. Block me. Please block me. But the thing is like, oh my God.
Yes. And now for positive news.
What was the point again you're trying to make?
Is it time for the Specky coin?
You said
can we chart Specky?
You said all this to say?
I don't know, man. I don't even know anymore.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know.
Are those catchers for your cheaters? That chain?
No. These are my
God,
earbuds.
it looks like you've got that.
Yeah, it's like I got like the loops.
Yes.
Yeah, like the where are they? Like the loops back. Like,
yes.
Like those things. Yeah.
All my cheaters fall off my nose sometimes.
Hans is still charting.
What
B9.
I want that thing that Nathan made from the jerk, that little bridge nose thing to hold.
Yeah.
And I can take them off by grabbing the bridge and be like, huh?
Yep.
That's okay. All right. All right. Let's look at. Hey, let's look at some charts.
Yes, sir.
This would be great.
We want to see the capitulation Candela. Babylon system must come down.
Positive.
Capitulation. Do you know what I love?
Out and click yearly.
Is that DJ is one of the smartest people I know. So I love the opportunity to bag on him when he mispronounces English words. But bro, I can barely say hello and goodbye in Spanish, German, name them. I can't talk any. I can barely speak English.
And you know what? Doing this show, I have to listen to what you guys say, translate that in German, think of something smart to say back, translate that back in English, and spit it out. That's going on in my head all the time.
Dude, I couldn't imagine. See,
for real.
Because
So
that's
it's not
probably.
easy.
I mean,
That's why
Papa's
sometimes
multilingual.
you slip up and then mispronounce.
Yeah,
shit.
all you guys are multilingual except me. But it's like I know that there's certain people where literally, like, you'll start to think in the other language.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like even dream in it and
Yeah,
whatever,
when
and
you
then
dream,
it becomes more.
then you're there. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
they say. That's what they say. But
I
don't.
never said I'm like DJ. I don't stop translating in Japanese.
Don't dream in German.
Therefore, I'm not fully fluent until I dream about it. They say, but you know what? Fuck that shit. It worked. It's okay.
I almost got sent home from Paris on the French club trip. That's how bad of a French student I was.
Ouch! Gets away from the.
Toby here, yelling at me in front of Notre Dame Cathedral.
Mon crayon is large.
Jawohl. Okay, hey, let's look at Bitcoin first. That's the one we
Yes.
always kind of look at to begin with. This is the big white ascending channel that's been going on at least back to like 2012. We've never broken and sustained on a daily above. This is a weekly. Broken and sustained above the top of that white line, like ever, until back here in July. And we got up above it, dipped down below, got up above it a little bit, dipped down below. And then if we go back to the longer time frames, the 3-day, I'll zoom in here a little bit so it's a little more clear. You can see here right at the top of this white line, we went above it, came back down through it, bear trap, came above it, could be considered a bull trap, back down through it. So we're kind of doing this little oscillation around the top of that white line right here over the last few days, you know, from September 10th all the way up through September 19th. We were knocking on the door again, right? Trying to get above that white resistance. When we had St. Wolf on, and then who else? Was that the guy that we were talking about? Or Keith Waring? All the TA guys.
Yes.
We're all looking at the same area, right? It's like it's all right in this area that we got to get and break above and sustain. Big push down yesterday, as we know, with Ethereum primarily hit the hardest. Drag on effects for Pulsechain. We will soon see. But Bitcoin got beat up as well. So you can see here on this 3-day candle that's dipping below, we had this little yellow ascending channel that was kind of trending its way up and through the white channel. I was really hoping we'd sustain here around 113. You know, right now we've fallen off to 109, but we are bouncing off the 55 EMA on the 3-day. See what the weekly looks like. Maybe a little less ugly. Yeah, a little less ugly as far as like how much of it. And we got 3 days left on this weekly, right? So I think there's a high likelihood. And on the weekly, we're on the 21 EMA. So that's 21 weekly, 21 weeks when you're on the weekly. So basically, we're bouncing off of that right now. If we can get back above 112 and get back in the channel in the next 3 days before this weekly closes on Sunday, I think that we will resume our uptrend. You know, maybe we get some more resistance here around the 118 mark, sometime second week of October. And then I think it's go time. Like if we get above this, then I think there shouldn't be much resistance. Maybe a little bit around the 124 mark. That was a previous all-time high. And then I think we work our way back toward the top of this channel, and it could happen in a matter of a week or 3. And then you're looking at about $140,000 Bitcoin. So once we get and sustain above this white line, that's the key. October. Everybody's talking about October.
October, yeah.
October.
It's
October.
September.
That's
Don't chase it, boys.
Dump timber.
Let's go. And everybody's favorite, Peter's for sure, HEX, Richard's firstborn son.
Yeah, we've given back all
Ethereum
these
chain.
gains again. Great.
Now, is it? I mean, what are you
People
looking at,
sold
bro?
on
It's
a
like,
double. Can you believe that?
oh
It
yeah,
was
well whatever.
Barely
There's
a
lots of
2x move.
They learned from
lots
Richard.
of dipshits out there. So week of September 8th, we had a nice big green dildo up here, bounced off the 55 EMA and rejected. The next 2 weeks have been down largely due to BankX is slowly sailing the fuck off a cliff. Hopefully, they're down to 10 million.
They have only 10 million.
If you look on this chart over the last 2 years, 800 million HEX have been dumped into this chart from those fucking guys. They're down to 10 million. So at least that sell pressure is nearly over. And then of course, you know, the boo birds will be like, oh, aren't there other people with more of it? Well, yeah, I got more than that, asshole, but I've not been dumping on your heads for 3 years. So it's like, that's the difference, right? This is a known dumper that's nearly out. It is cause for celebration. All right. And they did not get copies on the PHEX side. So they've not been sell pressure over there, and they're out to Ethereum and stables. So adios. So anyhow, we've got some good support here at the midline of this yellow channel coming up through our big, giant, descending white parallel channel that goes all the way back to our all-time high in September of 2021. So you can see it here. Ping, 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 and midline. So question is now, and I don't know where the sell pressure would come from unless it's a broader market turn. It's kind of like a downturn, but it's a turn. Fucking brain dead this could be. Or a turn. Okay, so if we do break the midline and work our way back down, I would look for some support around the 002 mark on the bottom of this yellow channel. I have a feeling that, and you'll see more of this confluence in my brain anyhow with the other charts that we'll see. And plus, HEX is kind of a different animal. It's kind of on an island, right? It's like it's on a different chain. There's very distinct factions that are pro or con for HEX, PHEX debate, whatever. So, I mean, it could be a counterplay to the other stuff, but we'll see here in a second. But anyhow, I think it's going to hold here. What I would expect then is for us to come back up here to around the 003 mark. And that's at the 55 EMA and also the top of that yellow channel. If we can get and break and sustain above that yellow channel, it will also break the white channel, much like on the Bitcoin side that we have never broken. The first leg up on that gets us up to about 007, which was a big point of support and resistance years ago, and that also is around the 100 EMA on the weekly. And then the full measured move breakout gets us up to about 6 cents.
Nice.
Could take some time, but, it could happen before Christmas. Because once it goes, it's going to go. And then it's a matter of looking at other supports and resistances on the way through. The 9 cent mark, the 12 to 13 cent mark, 18 cent mark, 28 cent mark, 35 cent mark, and the 52 cent mark.
Well,
so those are all going to be
low,
potentially stutter steps on the way back up.
Liquidity is low. Sell pressure is pretty much exhausted with BankX. So it just takes
well, and also you got to realize, like liquidity.
God
Well, people assume like, well, the only way liquidity is going to get thicker is if somebody puts a bunch of money in there. If you understand liquidity, it's like it is a function of the two pieces that are in the pool, right? So if the price of both things are going up, so I think the primary pool on HEX is with Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. So if Ethereum is going up and HEX is going up, they're both going up. That liquidity pool is raising together, therefore the total value of that liquidity pool is going up. Even if one outpaces the other, the total value of the liquidity is higher. So yes, would some infusion of capital into those liquidity pools help reduce the volatility? Certainly. But by nature of it becoming a heavier weight to move, by that liquidity pool thickens itself as price goes up. Yes. So it's so that's the short and dirty on that one.
Matty
so
Lambo
I'd be looking price. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Matty Lambo has a very interesting comment he just posted.
Sure.
He says, to be fair, 2025 has been about 20% pullback, so 102 for Bitcoin is probable. Would you concur?
I mean, it's if I'm looking back here, it's like that 102 is a big one, but it's like there's a lot of price action around that range. I don't think it's out of the question. On the weekly, yeah, I could see on the 3-day, that's the 100 EMA. And, if we did a full measured move of the breakdown, Maddie, on the 3-day channel, this is showing a full breakdown could get us all the way back down below 90, which is like we've got some considerable support around 78, right. 90. But, I mean, I think it's more bull or bear trappy at this point. I think the overall sentiment in the markets are just too good. It's too good.
But just imagine, all the Wall Street guys who bought their first Bitcoin lose their shit if this goes below 90K again.
Yeah, and I mean, and it could be that kind of a shakeout. And I'd imagine because these are boards of directors that are buying and stuff, so they probably have like stop losses kind of in their investment strategy. Like, hey, if this thing goes down more than 10%, we need to shed some of it because it's like this is too risky, whatever. And they don't have a choice. It's not like a guy that has conviction and believes. It's like they've got a board to answer to. So yeah, it might need to be a more vigorous shakeout to like get those types of entities to sell and then wash out some long positions down below there. So to liquidate some longs, which is what just happened with Ethereum and dumped everything. So yeah, manipulation is rampant in the space. So moving right along, that was EHEX. Now we're going to P. Oh, fuck. I think that's my third F-bomb. I apologize. What the heck?
We don't have such filters on the show.
Okay, let me go back to, here we go. So here is P-Hex. Yeah, right. That's not
Family unfriendly.
You son of a gun. You son of a gun. It is, which one? Hex. This one. This is the one I chart. Thank you. Sorry, man. I got a little speedy with my clicking. All right, this is the one. So this is P-Hex, right? The new and improved, as some would say. This is the full history of the chart that they show
Big
on
sideways.
TradingView. So it's a big choppity chop, chop, chop. Looks kind of like a weird dragon, right? With a big, long, spiky tail, and there's this little head, and there's this little jowly neck, and this little hump. So anyhow, we had a pattern, we broke the pattern, found another pattern, broke that pattern to the upside. Now we got another pattern that's kind of like down to the right. We speculated that this could be a bull flag last week, which we were kind of looking like that. And like, okay, if we get to the top of this channel and break out, then where does that take us? And then we were saying 3 cents. And lo and behold, we're at the bottom of the green descending channel that it's currently in. If we're going to be fair, we got to say, okay, what's the bearish scenario? If we break down, Papa say it, what is the move?
Width of the channel.
The girth of the channel. Thank
you. The girth of the shaft.
The girth of the channel. So if we drop down, we're looking at these layers right here, which is pretty abysmal, which is 0048. So if we get a full breakdown of this little green channel, and then continuation of that could bring us back to test the top of this white channel, which would actually put us nearing an all-time low. 003 for P-Hex. So
fantastic.
now much like on the EHEX chart, and much like on the, and I'm not a perma bull, I'm just saying, I think we've had significant down pressure for a minute on all these assets. Relief rallies happen, consolidation happens. You know, I think when we see the Ethereum chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know, when you have over exuberance for a long period of time, it's really, honestly, I know this sounds like cope, it is healthy for a chart to pull back and consolidate. And that gives you a stronger base of more convicted holders at a particular price point to continue your run. So
sure, after we've done an all-time high, but down here, come on.
No, along the way, dude. It happens all the time. I mean, you're talking about people with millions and millions of dollars at play in these trades. So not just on Pulsechain, on all of these. So it's like it can be like anywhere along these little like there is manipulation and opportunity. It's a matter of your risk tolerance and leverage and so many other things that are well beyond the scope of this show. What I'm liking about this particular chart now is that we are at the bottom of the channel. I would suspect that we find support here and we start to curl back up. Next target would be 0084. If we can get back to the top of the channel, hopefully, what is next week? By next week, then maybe we're up here at the top of the green channel again, which would be at right around 1 cent. And 1 cent's been a hard one to break, right? And sustain above. So hopefully by next week, we can reverse this and get back up to 1 cent. Not financial advice, do your own research. There's definitely downside risk here being at the bottom of the channel. I would be looking on the daily to hopefully close above 007, pretty much right where we're at. 0073 is where we're at right now. If we can close there and no lower, I'd have a little more confidence going into the rest of the week. So that's Hex. Moving over to PulseX. PulseX, here's the entirety of the chart. Very similar structure. Another little dragon head, right? Big bouncy body all the way through. The most recent pattern that we had been looking at was this yellow uptrending pattern, and we kind of fell out of that back on September 19th. So about a week ago, we were falling out of it. I was in hopes it would turn around and start curling back up to the top side. We've continued the downtrend with the overall market downtrend. So I laid in this blue channel because it's like, you know me, I'm always looking for parallel channels. I dream those damn things. And one has appeared magically. Got some nice touches at the top, got considerable number of touches at the bottom. And then right here, what happened with our with our 3-day candle, which happened started on the 23rd, 24th, 25th, ending today. right here, wicked way down here, and wicked right back into that channel. So that gives me some confidence that this channel might be legit. Does that mean that we're done and we're going to kind of start curling back up? I don't know. I don't know. The breakdown of this channel, if we do break down out of it from here, you're looking at a breakdown to quadruple 016, and there's a lot, and right here, lows. That's where we got the double, and then we're not far from the all-time lows.
Yeah, but Toby, on the top of the channel, we broke it prior, and what's the percentage of the amount that we deviated from the channel that we did not see a measured move? Right at the base of that channel.
Did anyone in the chat understand a word he just said?
Okay, so you see how we started off above the channel, then we came down into the channel, and then you decided to draw your channel based on 2 touch points, but prior to, we were already above. Further back there. Yep, back.
Here, we're
no,
here.
Back.
Back
I'm talking
here?
about the greater, the deviation on the yellow channel that you drew. The top side.
Like the breakdown of the yellow channel?
No, the upside of further back, the base of the channel. There you go. That
Here?
one. What's the percentage of the top of the channel to that peak? Is that something that we can expect that we can deviate on the downside and then come back into the channel perhaps? And what would that percentage be?
That's I mean, you repeat it every week, so it's like I don't know how you don't understand it. Basically, anytime you break from a channel, the likelihood is that you're going to move the width of that channel, the girth of that channel. So since we broke down the full measured move of this channel to the downside, if it were to play out, which I don't know that it would be quadruple 012, which is, getting, precariously close to this range here, right? And then if we really get ugly, we're going to all-time lows. I don't think that it's going to be that brutal. That's where I start looking for other structure to maybe give us a little bit of hopium that it's going to start to level out. And because what will happen a lot of times is let me show you something. And this might actually already be happening, and we can just see real time if it's here. Because this is the kind of shit that I do just when I'm playing around and trying to make sense of things. All right, so we got the blue channel that we were talking about. Let's just get rid of these and have some faith. What can happen sometimes as a chart is getting more bullish, the patterns that you're looking at will start to change their angle and will start to slope up. The trend is your friend, as you'll hear Eric Crown say a lot. Same thing can happen to the downside. Your channel, like we were in an uptrend. This yellow channel was an uptrend, and it's starting to roll over. What could be happening is not a full capitulation and a breakdown of the channel. It could just be a rotation of the channel. So let's just see. I haven't done this. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. So what you do is you start looking for areas that make sense. Hey, looky there. What do you know? So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 touches on the top of this new shallower channel. And then down here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a legitimate parallel channel. So it could very well be that all we did was rotate. See, we're here? And instead of a breakdown, we're just cooling off. And now the slope is this. So that could very well be what's going on. I've got reason to believe, because we had lots of rejections off that line here, and a rejection just 3 days ago, and then this one's wicked right back to it. So maybe this is the channel. You know what I mean? There's a lot of there's science behind it, but there's a lot of art in TA. You're looking for. Yeah.
Speaking of art, Fast Abdul has a series of chats.
Yes,
apparently he was moderating the thing that you had today with on Spaces, and he's curious how we keep Toby from talking so much. And please, DJ, can you give me the mic? No. Give me the mic, DJ, and the big on the screen. I'll explain to you how we keep Toby from talking so much. It's very simple, everybody.
Papa, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
No, just a moment. We have a bell. You hear this sometimes. And then we give Toby a little piece of cheese. And then that Pavlovian type of effect gets him to know that he's done a good job. He's become concise, and we may continue. If you don't have the bell or the cheese, you need to crack the whip. A rolled up newspaper or a whip work very nice, Fast Abdul. If Toby starts pontificating about, chapter 1, I was born, and he begins his entire first chapter, you gotta think of something.
No, he usually starts with the Hexico video.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, it's
bring up Hexico. All right, get me off the screen. Thanks.
Okay, Here's the thing. In my defense here, it's like, here's what you have to understand. It's like, I'm going into a space with this woman who has hundreds of thousands of followers, or hundreds of thousands of followers, whatever. She needs to know who the F I am and if I have any clout in this space at all. So of course, it is not. I'm not constantly just like, hey, I made a Hexaco music video that's a parody, and I threw hundreds of thousands of dollars into a movie that effectively failed. It's like
we couldn't get on Netflix.
I'm not the backstory was necessary.
Maybe we can get it on Indie.
It was
kids today.
I know, but I didn't.
Today,
Papa. I was busy until I clicked request to speak. I didn't even. I heard like 2 minutes before I walked in there.
But again, if
we have a super chat.
If you're merging into traffic on the freeway, you got to look over your shoulder and find out how fast everyone's going. Because you just like, hey everyone, maybe
DJ equal time, please. May I request time from the chair? Equal time. Could you zoom in on me? Could you zoom in on me for a second? Just give me, just zoom in on me. Give me the mic for just a moment, if you would, just like you did with Papa. Thank you very much. All right. Now, we all have friends like Papa, right? That want to tell you how you should have done things, pretty much whatever it is, and you're out there and you're hustling and you're trying. And then there's that friend, like Papa. God love him. I love the guy. I'd hug him. I'd kiss him around the mouth if he was near me. However, no tongue. But you all have these friends, right? So the thing is everyone out there knows. So we're good. All right. So moving on. Papa, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, and other times
I don't have a belt.
Other times a cigar is a big fat joint. So, bro, spark it up.
Now we get us canceled like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
all right, we got a super chat from Frank White, who is in fact thank you for the $4.99 US, who is the founder of the lovely website PLS Start ME. That's how it's looking. And it has B9 listed on there as our security best practice repository.
Nice.
Suppository.
Suppository.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. So plsstart.me. Check it out, guys. Everything about the Pulsechain ecosystem is on that website. Toby One, continue.
Yeah. So let's rock it out. All right. So basically, the chart just kind of rolled over a little bit, right? Like, so maybe it's a matter of not a full capitulatory breakdown of the previous channel and then like going all the way down here. Maybe it is, right? So, and then we've got a little bit of a rollover. So this could be the new support right where we're at. So we'll see if this closes here on the 3-day, then it will give me more confidence that this is now the pattern to watch. In which case, I'd be looking for a move off of the bottom up here toward the death crosses that we had with the 21 and 55, 100 and 200 EMA. They all converged right here at around the quadruple 0.2, whatever the hell that is over there, 2.9 mark. So I would look for a curve up to that, try to get through those resistances back to midline. Ideally, the big goal that we're all after is this giant orange channel. If we can get and sustain above that, use the support and go, the measured move, and this is what we all like to hear about, is about 6 times SAC. Beyond that, God only knows. So, we'll see how it goes. Moving right along for...
No, we have another question from Checksma Pulse.
Yeah.
He's pondering, if the rate cuts and money printing continue through the Trump term, do you guys see an extended cycle all the way until we hit the 1 to 2% interest rate goal? Because that might take another year to get there.
Yeah, I know that's a new narrative that's kind of been thrown out there lately, and I think that there's some cope in that because people were really wanting things to already be popping.
And the Jewish calendar has the top of the current money-making... Mishpocha calendar has the top of making money in 2026. So we could have a whole year
that kind of makes sense.
Extended cycle.
Mine's been gibble.
And the Jewish calendar is always right. Has been for
happy
100 years.
Happy Jewish New Year yesterday, by the way.
Interesting. I don't know. We could see that. I put more weight in not the last cycle when we had the double top on Bitcoin, but the previous cycle, and even the cycle before that. Like the tops were in December. The tops were in December. Like we didn't have this weird little kind of like pre-cum fucking top in April, and then like the limp load in November. Pardon my grossness, but I've been around Papa too long and I'm too tired. But yeah, so it's like I think it's I don't think that the potentiality of a blow off top in December is off the table yet. I think that could still happen.
Could still happen, yeah.
It could still happen. Now, as far as specifically to your question about the money printer, could it prolong things? Could things just get a lot more dampened, maybe not as volatile in the major assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum because we have this steady burr of the money printer? Yeah, that could happen too. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm here for it either way, I'm like the boiling frog, dude. You can tell me get out of the water, but it's nice and cozy.
All right, let's wrap this up because we got an outro song to play today.
Awesome. Okay, Ink's a funky one. We were doing the bottom of this channel for like the longest time. Had a breakdown back here in April and May below it, and then we were back above it, and then we were on it and like really sustained it well. Had a nice push up. This was around when Keith Waring was coming on, and I'm like, hey, if it gets above this range, it looks like maybe a good short-term trade. Wham! It certainly was. Worked its way back down. I thought maybe we were just going to hug the line again, and then we broke down. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, that's not good because you don't want to see the measured move of this big bad boy, or do you? So the measured move of this, if this was a full like capitulatory breakdown of this pattern, you're looking at all the way down to new all-time lows of 8.5 cents.
On Ink.
So of course in those scenarios I'm like, okay, well, where can I find support? Call my mom, that kind of stuff, cry a little bit. And then as far as like support on the charts, I'm like, well, wait a minute, are there other support or trend lines that can be found? Obviously, this doesn't go like this is the previous all-time low, so that doesn't line up, right? That doesn't work to go all the way to that. Because see, I'm kind of like chopping through things. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's more of just like, okay, what was my recent low activity? And it's like we bounced off of this multiple times, and it's almost like another little parallel channel below the big yellow parallel channel, and that seems to be holding. So, we had two big wicks below it, closing back above it, around 132 right now. So I'd be looking at that 130, 129 level as support. If we get below and sustain below, we'd have to reassess and see if we're on a bad downtrend for Ink. But right now, as long as we stay in this other little baby support channel below the bigger yellow channel, I think we're all right. We're still slowly working that way.
We're not doing that because we're sending out the devices.
Yes.
Which only work when they are accompanied by green candles.
Yes. Yes. So basically, I was kind of doing the same thing here on the Ethereum chart. I don't know where my big orange daddies went. Let's see. Is it going to tell me? Yeah, I had like a larger orange channel. Yeah. So I put this channel on here to kind of give myself some copium. I don't know how to get rid of it now. Where's it at? Yeah, I don't know where my tools went on this one, but all right, let's just zoom in and we can kind of see what's going on. So this this blue channel that we were going up, and there it is. Now my orange channel came back. So the big orange channel is what we've been trying to get above for a long time, right? So we've got our all-time highs back here around $4,900 in November of 21, and then April of 21 we were just short of that. That was the first Bitcoin top. Remember, was in April. Ethereum followed in May. Everything pulled back. Bitcoin and Ethereum topped again in November. So that's that $4,900 level, and then we came up here in March of 24, hit the $4,200 mark, a little short of it, hit it again here in December of 24, January 25, pulled back below the midline, and we started to work our way above. So now we had broken above. The idea was, hey, what's the full measured move now that we've broken above the orange channel? Full measured move was giving me my target of 140,000. Or I'm sorry, 14,000. Bitcoin was 140, 150,000. There's that 10-to-1 ratio that we talk about every week. So what has occurred is we got above the top of the yellow channel or the orange channel, rolled over and started going sideways. So I was trying to find, surprise, a pattern, right? So I had this blue parallel channel going up, and we broke down out of it. Now, again, like Papa was kind enough to point out as far as how these patterns can shift, if this is a full breakdown of that blue channel, then we're going back into the orange, and we're going through the 55 EMA and down to the 100 EMA, and we're looking at $3,200 Ethereum. But is that what's actually happening? Maybe, maybe not. What you can also see happening here is another little less steep channel that had formed. And I was playing around with this last night. And it could be that it's lining up right with the top of the orange. And how does that line up with our tops here? And what do you know? We've got multiple touches. We can get rid of this blue channel now and see that maybe that is now our trajectory. Also, we should have strong support on the top of this orange channel, which is right where we're at. If we break down below into this, then, you know, these other moving averages would be in play. You know, maybe even all the way down to the 200 moving average, which is at around 2,900. So we will see. We're at critical support right now for Ethereum. If we can sustain this and start to curl our way back up, then we can start making our march toward that full measured move breakout, which started way back here. So yeah, so I would be watching that. If we do break down, measured move could take us as low as 2,900 is what I'd be looking at. If we stay here, could be a little dipsy doodle situation like we said on the Bitcoin chart where it's a bear trap. So we could dip down, maybe touch the 55 EMA, get it all the way down to maybe 3,600. Imagine the heat that Richard will catch if Bitcoin or if Ethereum goes back down that low. Oh, he round tripped it, idiot. No, the dude, the guy knows what he's doing. So even if we do that, that will shake some people out. It'll be a nice little bear trap, and then I think resume back to the top, find support here and go. It's going to be a grind, guys. We're not even in October yet. We got to wait until we see what happens in October. You know, maybe we get some major movement in December. We'll see.
Santa Claus rally.
Brandon Rags to Riches was saying that he was expecting another rate cut in December. You know, I'm not opposed to that idea. So it'll be interesting. But I'm sorry I've bloviated on so long. I've just had way too much coffee and not enough sleep, thanks to Papa.
Woohoo! Nice. Thank you for that chart update. Once again, shout out to Fast Abdul, who's in the chat, did a smashing job on that Spaces with Crypto Empress.
Fast Abdul's killing it.
I thought he was really good with that. Also, RH Max did a great job. And Cairo was speaking the good words. Speaking of Cairo, Cairo is providing today's outro music to the show.
What?
And you know Cairo, friend of the show, right?
Sure.
It's his very own rendition of Painted Black by Mick Jagger and the Lonely Hearts Club Band. Now, we apologize in advance to any Rolling Stones aficionados because it's a little bit off-key, but we give it an A for effort because the man can sing.
Okay.
All right, let's listen in here. Shout out to Cairo. It's something else, and you can watch us react to it live. Okay, how about that? All right, so let's go.
Turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning comes. I seen a red toy and I want it painted black. No colors anymore.
I agree. I want to sleep, man.
I see the girls go by just in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes.
Nah. I mean,
wanna see your face? Yeah. Painted black, black as gold, black as night.
Well, that's
I
different.
wanna see the sun blotted out from the sky.
Oh,
Wanna
there's
see you painted, painted, painted.
Now he's got
black. Yeah.
Hey, he got him the key.
Now he's got it.
All right, DJ, you gotta auto-tune that.
God bless that guy. That is not easy.
Auto-tune
I don't know
works-
for anyone
works
out there that
magic.
has tried. I mean, if you can play guitar, great. If you can sing, great. But to try to play and sing at the same time,
I
try
know
it.
it's hard.
It's not easy. It's
Shout out
not
to
easy. If you can
Cairo.
do it, I mean, that alone is an accomplishment. So good, and for having balls enough to post that on the internet. God bless
Posted
him.
on the internet and did a smack a job on the spaces. Shout out to Cairo. Follow him on his channel, reinventthedeal.com, and it's an outro.